Hey guys, Tina here, the Critical Virgo. Welcome back to another Fragrance Fridays. So as you can see from the background, I am not home. I am at my parents' house. Very Asian. Yes, I am part Asian, hence the last name. So, been in New York for the past few days and I'm here for the rest of the week. I'm just having a fabulous time going around to Brooklyn, Soho, etc. Sniffing my way around town. It's a good thing I don't live here anymore because if I did, I'd be broke and living in a box because there's just so much temptation around. I am jealous at the same time because our New York friends don't have to go and order a ton of decants to try stuff out. They can just go to a local boutique and shop. So I got a chance to, I'll just go over it really quickly, go to Min, Twisted Lily. I went in Soho to Atelier, Malin Goats, and to Le Labo. So it's been a fun trip so far. I do want to go back to a few of the boutiques and pick up some more samples before I go because my buy list is increasing by the day. So I just thought it'd be really fun today to go over the Silk series by Gallagher Fragrances. It is currently out of stock, but it will be back in stock very shortly. It is April right now, so at the beginning of May, it should be back with some new packaging, I hear. But have no fear, the juice inside will still be the same. So I thought it was totally appropriate to do this. I've been meaning to do this for a while, but it has been out of stock for some time, so I'm glad to see that it will be back soon. I'm gonna go from the top of his queue to the bottom. I just felt it was the best way to go about it because that's how you're gonna be looking at it on his website. Also, I wanna go over some of my favorite layering combinations and my overall impression of everything. I've actually had the whole line, with the exception of one, for a few months now, and I'll go into that in a little bit. I'm not going to go too much into each of the fragrances because it is really focused on a single note with like some amber and woods mixed into it. It's a really great line for layering. So he has the Bergamont Silk, which is a really great citrus, and let me show you guys. It has a, I don't know if it'll pick up on this camera because I have no idea what everything's going to look like until I edit this, but really great sprayer. It has a nice oily base, so a little bit goes a long way. These are super potent fragrances, let me tell you. Some of these I have used a lot more than others, and I'll show you guys the levels on them. The Bergamot, I use it as a nice base because it does have a nice citrus kick to it, but out of all of his citrus fragrances, this one is not particularly my favorite, but it is still beautiful. I only bought one bottle of this. It's lovely. Black currants, so dark forbidden berries. It's nice and sweet. Again, I haven't used this one too much because it is very sweet. I don't think you could really mess up a combination, but because everything is so potent, you really don't need to spray a whole lot. Literally, if you did one of each in two, three places, like, you're good to go. 3 to 4 fragrances is all you need. You don't need to do the whole line. That would be overkill. I've actually tried that. Don't do that. Lavender Silk. It's a really relaxing lavender. I've sprayed this on during the day a few times, but I actually prefer it at night. Again, I haven't used this one a whole lot, but I do plan on using it a little bit more in the future. Mandarin Silk. I really like this. This is one of my favorite orange citrus fragrances of his, as you can tell compared to the others. I've used this one quite a bit. I favor this one over the Bergamot. I just think it's like, it's juicier and it just smells better layered with the other fragrances. Orange Blossom, nice and floral, really beautiful. I do tend to go to this one a little bit more. Like the others, very potent. Sandalwood, nice and woody. I haven't been reaching for this one now that it's warming up, but when it was colder out, I did go to it a little bit. So another thing to keep in mind when you're looking at these levels is there are quite, you know, a few of them. So to layer them, each spray doesn't really use a whole lot. Tobacco Silk. I'm not really reaching for it a whole lot in this warm weather. I did go for it a few times in the colder weather. I know Steven over at Redolescence did a review. It is very lovely, even on its own. This one is my favorite. I am actually on my second bottle of this one. This Tulip Silk, and I'm already making a dent in it. I wish he sold this in like 100 mils because, guys, his tulip is just, it's ridiculous. Oh my God. Vanilla Silk. And a lot of people like this, and for good reason. It's what you would expect. It's very sweet and classic, especially with those woods in there. It's really nice. Let me give you guys some of my favorite layering combinations, so you know just by looking at it that the Mandarin and the Tulip are my favorites. This is my second bottle of this Tulip. I swear if you sold these in 100 ml bottles, I would buy them because they are the best. But for you guys out there, the Tulip is a little feminine. I actually like wearing this on its own. Same with the Mandarin as well. It's not that it's feminine, but it's just really refreshing and great on its own. So I get a lot of compliments when I layer the Tulip, Mandarin, Black Currant, and I alternate between the Orange Blossom or the Sandalwood. I do also like doing Bergamont in place of Mandarin sometimes, but again, they're citrus, so it's kind of the same. In the cooler weather, I did go for the Tobacco, Vanilla, Sandalwood, and the Orange Blossom, sometimes alternating that in with the Black Currant. That seemed to be a really nice combination that I received some compliments on. Lavender and vanilla, awesome before bed. Again, the lavender is very relaxing. Kind of reminds me of, not in a candle way, but just like an aromatherapy if you went to go get a massage. It's very lovely. There are some of these that are a little bit more feminine, like the Tulip. That's a little feminine. And the Black Currant, I mean, it's really sweet. This can be considered quite feminine as well. So just be warned of that. The citrus is pretty safe, very unisex. And the tobacco, it's very unisex as well, but a little more masculine for you guys. So let me give you guys an overall impression. Change of scenery, sorry about that. Had to leave the house because it was just way too loud. The phone was ringing off the hook and the dog was barking like crazy. I just had to get this video done with already. Plus I gotta go meet somebody. So, what I was saying was, it's a great line for anybody who's into layering or like trying to get into layering that wants a perfume with some punch to it, because it really projects. Longevity is amazing. Daniel did an excellent job at picking one main note and mixing it with a little bit of woods and some amber. I really like the fact that I did that because then you can wear them as a single perfume, and again, they work beautifully together. Never does it become a muddled mess on your skin. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, put them down below. Love hearing from you guys. And until next Friday, guys. Bye. It's been sold out for some time now. I can't win. From as far as projection and longevity go, Daniel did a... Are you kidding me?
Call from Silk.
I actually want to do a review.
Call from Hills. Call from Hills. Call from Hills.
Oh, it's done. The incredible longevity. My parents are so popular. They get more phone calls than I do. This is ridiculous.
Call from V42012.
Getting into it. Sandy! Mailman. job at putting one note at the front and mixing some amber woods. There's nobody there, Sandy. One time where I decided to put everything on. That was just a little bit too much. Sandy. Series is really great for anybody. Sandy. This dog is so loud. Water sounds really good right now. This line is really great that you do enjoy. A helicopter.